Hello, parents and students. Today we're going to talk about scheduling for your junior year. My name is Michelle Dolezal, and I will be your child's school counselor for the rest of their time here at Milford High School. Hopefully, they have brought home a blue course registration worksheet for you to preview. If not, please don't hesitate to send them my way, and I will make sure they get one of those. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is course selection guide. Then we're going to talk about required courses, and then we're going to go over the course selection worksheet. The course selection guide is provided for you on this link. You can click on that and it will go through everything from policies and procedures. You can view graduation requirements. The students and I went over that yesterday. Every student needs 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 3 years of science, 3 years of social studies, 2 PE classes or a half a credit of PE, and a half a credit of health. Then they need 6 elective credits. Obviously, they can have more, but they need the minimum of 6, and that leads to 21 credits. Uh, we also talk about pathways with the students. So if a student is interested in engineering, they should check out the pathways available in the course selection guide that talk about all the classes they should take if they're interested in engineering or education or the medical field. We also have information about the honors diploma in the course selection guide. There's also information about capstone diploma and a capstone certificate. Also in the course selection guide is a planning worksheet, which is nice for students to kind of plan out what they're going to take this year and next year. Uh, you can also view each course individually. Some of the courses even have video or PowerPoint links from the teachers to explain more in depth the courses offered. Okay, why is the course selection guide important? There's important information about courses, graduation requirements, prerequisites. If a student needs to fill out an application for a course or not, that is all listed in the course selection guide. Again, the descriptions of all the classes are provided, and there are also tools to help plan for the future. Courses on the selection worksheet are either required courses or elective courses. All 11th graders should plan on taking a math course next year. There is a link in the course selection guide which shows you what the next appropriate math class would be for your child. As always, if you are not sure, please contact the teacher. I've told the students all to ask their teacher what they recommend is their next math class. Every student will be taking English 11 next year, and students will also be taking American history as juniors. Students can take their advanced science next year. If they only need 3 sciences in order to graduate, they actually have 2 years in order to fulfill that requirement, but I kind of encourage them all to look at an advanced science for next year. With all of our classes, core classes, we have varying levels. So there's college preparatory classes, CP classes. We have honors, college prep classes, and advanced placement classes. The students and I talked yesterday about really putting themselves out there. If their GPA is pretty strong, a 3.0 or higher, they may want to consider taking an advanced class. If their GPA is suffering, then they may want to tone it down a little bit and not take as many advanced courses just so that their GPA for college is protected. Again, it's all about balance, not taking too many difficult classes along with all of their extracurriculars. Students need some time to breathe. So we talked about a balance, striking a balance between challenging courses and all of their extracurricular activities. AP courses versus other courses. Advanced, we have 18 advanced placement courses offered at Milford High School. They are taught on the college level. So we advise students who are planning on going to college to take at least one AP class during their time here at Milford High School, but it is not obviously a requirement. students do not really fill out an application. They fill out a memorandum of understanding with their teacher's signatures and your signatures in order to take the AP courses at Milford High School. This slide shows us the math curriculum, the suggested math curriculum for your students. So for example, if students in Integrated Math 2 this year, the next step would be Integrated Math 3, and so on. It's all lined out there for you. If you have questions, again, please don't hesitate to ask me or ask your child's teacher which math class they recommend for them for next year. Other required courses. All students must have a half a credit of health on their transcript in order to graduate from Milford High School. They also need to have 2 semesters of PE or half a credit of PE or a PE waiver. Now, when I talked to the students this week about this, some of them misunderstood. The PE waiver has to be completed by the end of their junior year. The PE classes, they can certainly take PE classes all the way through their senior year in order to get the requirements met. But the PE waiver has to be completed by the end of their junior year. And the PE waiver, students either have 2 seasons of a sport, 2 seasons of a marching band, band activity, or 2 years of JROTC in order to meet the graduation requirement for PE. That's the PE waiver. Okay, and then we're going back to courses, required courses versus elective courses. We're going to talk about elective courses. All of the courses under world languages, performing arts, visual arts, core subject electives, the business section, project lead the way, teaching professions are all electives. We also have some new electives for next year. I'm going to share with you right now. Okay, so new courses for next year. Cinema studies, stories of survival and adventure, and myths and monsters are all English electives. So, of course, in cinema studies, you're going to be studying film. And stories of survival and adventure, you're going to be reading short stories and novels that deal with that topic, as well as myths and monsters. These are all half-credit English electives. The students will meet with the teacher 2 days a week, and 3 days a week they will have a study hall, and those are all worth half of a credit. Contemporary Issues is a new class for next year. It's a current events class out of the Social Studies department. AP Computer Science Principles is a new AP course which deals with not only programming but networking and things to do with the computer science concept. Incubator is a new class that is compared to Shark Tank for students. So students are going to kind of be competing with other schools on their entrepreneurial designs. Computer Science Engineering will be a new Project Lead the Way course for next year. College 101 will be just that, and I told the students that I kind of recommend that more for their senior year, but it's everything to how to cook in a microwave, to how to ask for help from professors, how to make appointments in college to see professors. All that has to do with college. Mentoring the Young Mind is very similar to teen counseling. If you remember when we had teen counselors at the high school, they actually work with the elementary students and talk about peer pressure and different concepts that students face. Students do need transportation because they'll be leaving school a few days a week to go to the elementary schools. So if students don't have transportation, that won't be a great class for them. And then AP Capstone Research. Students have to complete AP Capstone Seminar in order to get into AP Capstone Research. So that'll be a new class for us next year. Course selection worksheet, the blue worksheet. It is imperative that not only students put their name on the top of this sheet, but that they also have parent signatures. So please take the time to review this worksheet with your child. Make sure that you sign the top portion. There is a course, an alternative course section on the worksheet, so students should add at least 3 classes that they would be willing to take if they can't get into the classes that they pick, and these are just alternative selections. Once the students have completed their worksheet, they need to circle the number 1 or 2 next to the courses they've selected and add those all up. They should equal 14. Please note that you do not want to count your alternative classes or courses in that count of 14. We want your first choices to be counted in that 14 courses. There's the alternative section. You'll see that on the blue worksheets. Just have your student fill that out just in case a course is not offered. I can quickly look at this section and find a course that is offered for them. Important dates. This Thursday, February 9th, from 3 till 6:30, we will actually be in the cafeteria with teachers from all departments answering questions about scheduling. So that's from 3 until 6:30 in the cafeteria on Thursday, February 9th. At 5 o'clock that evening, Mrs. Liz Emmons will be providing information about graduation requirements in the Media Center or the library. And at 6:30, 6:45, we will start our advanced placement parent meeting in the cafeteria. Next Wednesday, we get to do this all over again. We actually will have individual conferences on Wednesday, February 15th from 3 until 6:30 to answer scheduling questions. At 5 o'clock, Mrs. Emmons will be doing a presentation on graduation requirements. And then at 6:30, we will have our College Credit Plus mandatory meeting in the high school cafeteria for students who are interested in the CCP or College Credit Plus program for next year. All of the worksheets are to be turned in to the students' English teachers by February 16th. We would like to include students, their AP memorandum. So if a student is taking AP next year, they just need to fill out one memorandum of understanding. It's a front and a back copy. Please have parent signatures on that as well. And then we should be ready to go for scheduling on February 23rd. I'll be meeting with students and we will be inputting their information into the computer. The week of March 6th, we will be meeting with students to talk about their choices, to make sure that they are appropriate, to make sure they have the prerequisites. And then in early April, parents will be receiving the students' list of choices to preview one last time. As always, if you have questions or concerns, don't hesitate to give me a call or send me an email. My phone number is 513-576-2216, and my email is my last name, Dolezal, DOLEZAL _M @milfordschools.org. Thanks so much. I look forward to working with you and watching your students as they progress through high school. Thanks so much and have a great day.